No, the Bible is a toy because it's here in this universe and we use it and we play with our toys out here, and everything is a toy out here. And I'm 100% correct in this because I've been thinking about the concept of toys for quite some time, and it's gone to the point where it's completely integrated. It's no longer scary. If you have not thought about toys and you were presented to it by me, because no one else has ever talked about toys, then you're doing yourself a disservice if you're a Jesus follower, because Jesus actually made things out here quite hilarious and quite not to be taken seriously sort of thing. Now, when you go to church, most churches are going to take God very, very seriously, and rightfully so, because God is to be taken seriously, especially sometimes in my life, but most of the time it's not. And it's funny because it sort of goes along with my energy as sort of a comedic, sarcastic, unconventional, sort of progressive, really not progressive actually. I'm just trying, with how I live my life and why I make these videos and my music and everything, I'm just trying to get everyone back, society, people who are listening, back to who they truly are. So in a way, we're not really getting progressive, unless you want to call it that. We're actually getting more indigenous, or whatever you want to call it. And so people are always caught up in their minds about things, and they take this to church and they expect the church to solve everything. If you know that everything is a toy out here, you begin to look at things the way they are. Once again, this bike route sign is here right now, you know? And we're here right now. And all the things that you see out here that are just standing in one place is here right now. So it's proof, all these toys out here, so many damn toys out here. And has God, I have a theory that, maybe it's a theory, maybe it's not, that God has actually gradually gotten lighter out here because of the requests that we have made as human beings to make it a little easier on ourselves out here. So praise God that it's actually quite an easy world out here to live, even if you think that something is going to shambles in your life, or you don't have everything you want or you need or whatever, you know? God is always providing. We're always here now, and we've definitely figured out the basic necessities here. And when you see someone out there who you don't feel like they figured it out, the necessities here, food, water, clothing. Clothing is very important to God. Very, very important to God. Then you're doing something that's not aligned with who God truly is and what he's provided here for you. And a lot of people will say that they're arguing that I don't always quote the Bible. I read the Bible from time to time, and I read passages here and there. I have my own style of doing it, and God says that's okay. I've never been actually a big reader, but what God tells me, the concepts out here, such as toys and the concept of the decided simulation, and I'm not showing off here, I'm just, because these are concepts that aren't really literally referenced in the Bible. So I just want to make that clear, that I'm not trying to prove anything or I just know this thing. I just know that what we're going through, and God is so good. God is so good that even with yeah boy, you like your loud engine? You keep playing with your toy out there. You play with your little car toy on this Sunday, and God knows about it. God tells me about loud engines. There are some loud engines and some people that rev up their engines so much they kill the peace in the moment for people. I've seen babies and little kids too, because their sensitive ears cover their ears, and then these kids are just thinking that it's normal because their parents don't say anything. No, I have sensitive little ears too. And I can tell you that God does not approve of some of that. And some of the showing off shit that we do with motor vehicles. It's absolutely atrocious. And then we have police officers who want to put you in jail for taking a shit in a private little place that no one can actually see. Or they catch you on camera or something. Anyway, that's me venting. No, I'm glad that happened in the middle of the video. So anyway, so everything is a toy out here. and we are playing out here, and God does play with us in different ways depending on where we're at. Now, the simulation out here, it's decided. Now, what I'm saying is about the simulation, going back to it, God is so good, right? That even if you have not, first of all, it's easy to forget the simulation. It's easy to get caught up in whatever you're doing. It's a good reminder, though. The simulation can be scary, but it also can be very healing. I like the healing aspect of it because we know that we're here right now, and we know that we can't be anywhere else but now. And the simulation has been proven to me, especially in just the things that occur in my life, how everything's always evolving gradually in the right way. And when good things happen, when you can see cool things that are happening, like things just line up, whereas earlier maybe in your day you didn't think they were going to line up or something. It's a good, if you think back to these moments, it's a good reminder that everything will just work out. There is something to be said about the saying, everything happens for a reason. It really does. But no, what I'm saying is the simulation can be sped up. I've talked about this before, depending on, like, if you don't hesitate, if you just go for what you intuitively know, even though it kind of looks on the surface like it would be sort of a bad decision or a scary decision or a fearful decision. You can break through it. You can break through barriers here with God. And the last thing I'll say about toys and the simulation is that if you are hearing this and you're a pastor or a minister, or you're a churchgoer and you're not preaching about these concepts, these new progressive concepts that we've actually uncovered here in this universe, or if you're going to church without some of these concepts in mind and you're listening to a pastor or minister babble on about something that is not really relevant, that is quoted perhaps from the Bible and whatever, just kind of beating around the bush, staying on the surface, not really getting to the full truth of the matter, you will find peace within yourself with Jesus and the Lord, the best one, the best God here, if you know about the concept of toys. And then from the concept of toys, you can begin to get more here now, because God is here now always. And I said it in that Roots to Riches song, nothing is now. Nothing is now. And it's even hard for me to grasp that. Anyway, God bless, blessings. God is a passionate God. When God sees something, when I see something that doesn't align with God, because I just know, then I'm going to yell and scream about it sometimes, or sometimes I'm going to keep it to myself, or sometimes I'm going to be a little bit lighter about it, or sometimes, like just now with that car, there was no other choice but for me to really say what I wanted to say, and I'm sure it happened for a reason because I had the camera rolling. So happy Sunday, blessings to everyone, and may peace be with you. See you later.